Excuse me. This is the book of Job, chapter 13, verse 4, and it reads, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." I'm going to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to called Loyam Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakudas Bakatham. I say double honors to my apostles, the elders of the great millstone, teaching to rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwath out there listening and learning, Lord, willingly this is edifying. Shalom to Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations with whom subscribe to this truth. To you, I say Shalom. It's your brother Yahweh South out of the GMS Cleveland Church, a fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This lesson is in regards to an article I just saw. As you can see, it says Neuralink admits that implants threads have retracted from first patient's brain, possibly due to Aaron's skull. And I was going to do a video on something else, but through the Spirit, I saw that title and just had to, Spirit movie to say something about it, because it shows you, the scriptures talk about pretty much basically Esau, when he goes sit down to eat, basically when he think he's going to have this thing wrapped up the way he wanted, pretty much enforcing everybody on the planet to get this technology. That's when the Most High is going to have him in straits. I believe it's Job chapter 5 or Job chapter 20. In your sufficiency, you should be put in straits, roughly paraphrased. And this is a testament to that, showing you that, the Lord is going to allow him to bring some of this to fruition, but it's not going to work like he thinks. He's a physician of no value. A true physician, the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Yahushai is a true physician. This devil will tell you, to shun the medicines. Scripture tell you medicines are created from the earth. This devil will tell you to disregard or shun, what's scriptural, they're using herbs, for medicinal purposes since the beginning of, Esau's kingdom and the beginning of a lot of these ancient kingdoms, but yet and still we get in this man's kingdom, and he tells you to trust in him. I got another one before I read the article. The book says, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 31, start at verse 1, and it reads, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Yet he also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity." Verse 3, "Now the Egyptians are men, but not the Most High, and their horses flesh and not spirit." And, what the times we're coming into, you're going to have to be more of a spiritual individual than trusting carnality. We about to lose a lot of stuff, and what are you going to rely on? This devil, everything is carnally based. Take the time to think about it. He's trying to put technology into you to track you, and then we're considered conspiracy theorists. When you got who was that, the president of Nokia, saying that the technology in the phone they're going to put in you. So, if you are blinded, it's because the will of the Lord is to have you blinded, because he doesn't want you. We're coming into spiritual times, and 2/3 of our people, as well as these heathens, they're carnally minded. The Lord is looking for spiritually minded people. Look at this. The first patient of this Neuralink looked like an Edomite, and the technology pretty much failed. You know what I'm saying? But these people go into this devil for help. What if he looked like he's still alive? So okay, maybe it just came out. The link came out of however they did it or whatever. Maybe like how you unplug your charger cord to your phone. But at the same time, that would make you question, like, well, why would that would make you look at a person like, well, damn, should I, I don't trust your technology now. This dumbass guy gonna probably do it again. Neuralink admits that Implant'S threads have retracted from first patient's brain, possibly due to Aaron's skull. It says, in January, hyphenate billionaire Elon Musk announced that his brain-computer interface startup Neuralink had successfully implanted a wireless brain chip into a human subject for the first time. Over the next couple of months, 29-year-old Nolan Arbog was shown moving cursor with his mind, playing Civilization. What is that? 6, I believe, and even a fast-paced round of Mario Kart. And this is what people, like this is wow. This is like mind shattering to people. This motherfucker hooking up some shit and you can just move some shit with your mind. That proves you right there that pretty much telekinesis is possible. And this is low level, and telekinesis, which is a spiritual power, is on a high level. Where do you think these comic book characters, where do you think they get the inspiration for that from? It's one thing when I first came to truth, I noticed about brothers. Most brothers have all been into like comic books or sci-fi movies or, spiritual power. It says, but as the Wall Street Journal reports, there have been complications behind the scenes. After it reached out to Neuralink, the company conceded in a blog post that there have been issues with the implant. Concerns started when the rate at which data was being streamed from Arbog's implant declined over time, indicating something was off with the quarter-sized device. The N1 chip that was robotically implanted in Arbog's skull is made up of a microprocessor, a battery, a communications chip, and 64 threads that are thinner than a human hair. The ends of these threads were inserted into the brain's motor cortex, allowing it to relay Arbog's intentions wirelessly. Some of these threads, though, have since retracted. One prominent theory is that air that was trapped in his skull following the surgery may have shifted these threads out of place. In the weeks following the surgery, a number of threads retracted from the brain, resulting in a net decrease in the number of effective electrodes. The startup wrote in blog posts, this led to a reduction in bits per second. The company claims even with a reduced number of electrodes, it was able to actually increase the BPS in the long run thanks to adjustments made to the recording algorithm and improvements to the techniques to translate these signals into cursor movements. These refinements produce a rapid and sustained improvement in BPS. The post reads that has now succeeded Nolan's initial performance. So they saying pretty much, although, they had those setbacks where the electrodes pretty much are coming dislodged from this brain, they're retracting. He said it's a success because they said that it's, and the thing is when you listen to the devil, the serpent, he lies. That's why they call him a fork-tongued devil. So you don't know how truthful this data is. I mean, you got to look at what they talk about, the unemployment numbers. You got companies closing left and right and going bankrupt left and right, but yet still, unemployment is only 3%. Like, get the fuck out of here. According to the WSJ sources inside Neuralink, the team expected challenges. The company has also reportedly informed the Food and Drug Administration of potential fixes for the next surgery involving a human subject. They already ready. And after all this, you still gonna have some idiot that's gonna do this. And because they want to hope. They got their hope in man. You know what I mean? They got their hope in this technology because you're gonna have a lot of paraplegics and a lot of individuals that the Lord placed in certain predicaments and situations that's gonna run to this technology. They've got their hope in the wrong thing. It's the book of it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. So all those individuals that's going to trust in Elon Musk and this technology, because Elon Musk is not the only company, Neuralink is not the only company with this technology. You got a multitude of companies developing this technology because it has an agenda. Verse 6, for he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land and not inhabited. That's all those that don't trust in the Lord with the times we coming in. Again, you trusting in this devil when this devil literally, he playing a rigged game. You know what I mean? I mean, this man literally made people take some, I just read something, they was talking about one of those companies that created the jump shot pretty much has recalled the medicines around the world because they are finally admitting that it causes certain medical issues. Verse 7 is the point. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and whose hope the Lord is. Verse 8, for he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. And that's spiritual, because it made me just think about Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7, the time of Jacob's trouble. That's why you're going to have in Isaiah 4 and 5, 7 women should cleave on to one man, because women going to see a man of the Lord, and they going to see that his spirit going to be different. While these niggas going to be eating dogs and each other and, shit. A bitch told me she'll eat shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, bitch, you crazy. Shit is, that show you how low level Jake is. Shit is a waste. You know what I'm saying? That'll kill you. But the motherfucker just don't. Why not just go without? You know what I mean? These people really about to go catch. Man, these people gonna be really fucked up. But again, that's spiritual, because, like I said, people gonna see something. I mean, like, you see that now. You got people in the world that see brothers, and they there's something different about him. It's the way he move, or the way he talk, or anything. Brothers. I've met multitude of brothers that didn't really like to read or wasn't into certain things, but because they believe in the truth, the Lord put the spirit on them. And, I remember brother saying he didn't like to read. The only thing he read is the Bible. And you got to take time to think about that. Damn. So you don't even read, but you can fully read the Bible. That's the spirit. And then, like I said again, that's why it says, for he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, because the scripture's going to be within you. That's why the scriptures talk about eat the roll. You got to get this inside of you, especially for the times that's coming. Like I said again, people think this shit a game, and it's not a game. This shit about to be real serious business. Like the elder said, this serious business. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, which is Babylon the Great, aka America, is spiritually Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All these people that thinking that Joe Biden and Elon Musk and these Edomites that don't give a fuck about you, got your best interest in mind, I'm gonna reread that. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. They said that's gonna be your confusion and your shame. You got Esau ready to turn on Esau, and you're gonna have a huge civil war. Like, they pushing that energy. They do. Esau's so conniving and cunning. He go do shit and then go do like little tolls and tests and go see what the people's reaction and what they think about it. What I mean? People basically said that they think that the country's near a civil war, like damn near half the country. And all it takes is half the country. Like, this place is divided, and the scriptures talk about if a kingdom be divided, that kingdom cannot stand. So, I'm going to just come out with these final scriptures. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 57. And I'm going to start at verse 10. I'm going to read this in the NLT to get a better understanding for you brothers or sisters that may be listening. It says, you grew weary in your search, but you never gave up. Desire gave you renewed strength, and you did not grow weary. Are you afraid of these idols? Do they terrify you? Is that why you have lied to me and forgotten me and my words? Is it because of my long silence that you no longer fear me? Verse 12, now I will expose your so-called good deeds. None of them will help you. Verse 13, let's see if your idols can save you when you cry to them for help. Why, a puff of wind can knock them down. If you just breathe on them, they fall over. But whosoever trusts in me will inherit the land and possess my holy mountain. And that's code to go with that. The article I just read. You got people again trusting in these idols, because Elon Musk is an idol. The devices are idle. You know what I mean? You trust more in this technology that pretty much they said, like I say again, you the first guy to get this shit, and they talk about it's already complications with it. It shouldn't even be a second guy, you would think. But, people, again, are so low level. It's going to be many of people that's going to go flock to this technology. But the Lord said, Let's see if your idols can save you. And in actuality, these idols, trusting in these individuals that don't have your best interests, these demons, and their technology is going to lead you astray. It's not going to save you. It's going to condemn you. It said, why a puff of wind can knock them down. Literally, it said it might have been air that knocked it out. It retracted the electrodes. And I just thought that was spiritual. This is the book of Judges chapter 10 and verse 14, and it reads, I'm going to start at verse 13, and it reads, Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. Verse 14, Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen, let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Verse 15, And the children of Israel said unto the Lord, We have sinned, do thou unto us whatsoever seemeth good unto thee, deliver us only, we pray thee this day. And that's the nature of Israel, of Yasharallah, because, especially in the time of Judges, the Lord would save them, then they'll go back to idol worship. Lord will save them, go back to idol worship. The difference between the elect and, 2/3 of the nation is once we realized and repented and came back to, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, trying to keep the customs, trying to remember our heritage, we aren't going to backslide. We realize this is the end. I was talking to somebody yesterday and asked that person, do you know if it's the end? Because, our people will be spiritual. Scriptures talk about have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. Our people will believe in the higher power. Look at what all our nation has been through. But yet still, they see that the problem with our people is they want to be able to do bullshit and be of the Lord. You know what I mean? Like, if you take the time to think about, like, some of these high up pastors, like your T.D. Jakes and your Kurt Franklins, what they be doing behind the scenes, like, you can clearly see the effeminate spirit on them. And if you can't, then that means that the Lord really truly got you blinded. You probably be sickened at the very thought of what they do to keep and hold on to what they have. Or you might not be, because, you got some sick individuals in the world. You'd be surprised when motherfucker a stomach is into and all that stuff. But, a man that believes in the scriptures, we condemn that. We're sickened by it, And the thing is, like, the Lord going to say, he going to allow 2/3 and the heathens to basically, serve these idols, to be joined onto them, because he don't want them. The 2/3 are going to be, condemned on this side, but they're going to receive the kingdom. And that shows you the mercy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They talk about just a power, just a bloodthirsty power. Yeah, the scriptures talk about blood basically cleanses things. You know what I mean? That's why Yahushua, had to shed his blood. But to receive mercy still, because you was an Israelite in the kingdom, that's beautiful. That's true mercy. You never put your child on punishment and then felt sorry and pretty much like, relieve their punishment. Well, that's what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to do for us. But those that literally choose to like choose this devil, because that's what you're truly doing. You choose a man over the Most High. And again, the Most High has rescued you from different captivities. How that's like when a bitch like pretty much betrays you. This world will tell you, to be a simp and, oh, forgive her and all that. Fuck that. I don't even like Shaquille O'Neal. Fuck that Masonic, demonic ass nigga. But, they got a distraction going on in the news right now, going to his ex about, she talking about some shit about how she don't know if she ever loved him. And I'm looking at this bitch like, this nigga could have had pretty much whoever the fuck he want, right? This nigga got money. You look like nothing. And then the thing is, like, then it's funny because the next day they talk about all the shit he owned. I didn't know he owned Elvis Presley's collection. So, bitch, like, what are you really talking about? Like I said again, you know, but it's spiritual too, because I was just at the store, I had to buy a stamp, and it was a female flipping out about men, you know, and she was kept on talking about her daddy. She like, these niggas mad because she's like, I could trust in my daddy, I trust in you, and you have me fucked up. And she spoke about how my daddy's the one that's supposed to give me away. And I was like, damn, she's right about that. You know, you'll have a lot of women nowadays say fuck they daddy just to get to the nigga, the dick and all that. Your daddy's supposed to give you to a man of understanding. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm going to end the lesson with that. I want to, if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the law, statute, commandments of your powers. True name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, or you will be destroyed. And with that, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to call law Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rachakadosh. Double honors to my apostles, the elders of the great millstone, teach and do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aquat to listen and learning. Lord willingly, this was edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time I'm able to come with another lesson, I'm going to say shalom, shalom, and shalom, shalom, and Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.